2024 was a pretty big year for me. I had a messy divorce, lost custody of the kids, and got big into alcoholic beverages. But the most significant thing that happened last year was that I hit a new personal record for the amount of games I beat. Some people might call me unemployed. Me, I prefer full-time backlog completionist. Put that on a shirt. So I thought to take you guys through how many games I beat and what helped me achieve this. I feel like I've got some very unique points to share with you, so stick around until the end of the video. You won't regret it. Let's get into it. In 2023, I beat 14 games, which for my standards is already pretty good. In 2024, I beat 25 games, 11 more than the previous year. How, Auntie? How do I become as attractive as you? Let's start by talking about how to select a game to play. I'm going under the assumption that you already have some sort of backlog library of games to play, so here's my tips for how to pick what you should play next. In previous years, I used to stick to big AAA releases, which are normally 30 plus hours long, require your constant attention, and can sometimes be a little generic, but for last year, 2024, I widened the range of games I played. From indie games that took me a few hours to beat to retro games from the 90s, I tried out new things. I started the year off by playing Escape Academy co-op with my girlfriend, and that is an experience I'd recommend to everybody. I'm not a puzzle game type of guy, but playing it with someone you know changes that whole experience. Progression is not just relied on my logic and thinking, but on my partner's too, and I really love that balance and assistance. This is what I mean when I say vary your gameplay. This can help with motivation and preventing burnout when there's a totally new experience waiting for you every day. I also revisited some titles I'd already played years ago. For example, I've been shitting on Spider-Man 2018 for as long as I could remember because I didn't have the best memories of it, but after replaying it many years later in a different state of mind, yeah, this game hit a lot better. I definitely recommend occasionally going back and replaying stuff you might not have the clearest memory of, because you feel familiar playing it, but the experience may also feel fresh, just like Spider-Man did to me. My next bit of advice is, I beat it in bed. What? No, not that. Alan Wake. I beat that game in bed. So where am I getting at with this? Well, I'm meaning to say that if possible, you should try balancing your home console or PC gaming with portable. Now I get that this isn't possible for everyone, but if you can, I would advise you to invest in a portable console or PC like the Steam Deck, like the Miu Mini Plus, and just whiz through your backlog on the go. The great thing about portable gaming is that you can literally hop on anytime you have a spare minute, play for a little, and then put it away. You can even replace scrolling social media on your phone with progressing through a game a little bit. I love it so much, and this really helped me get through some games. Like I said, Alan Wake was beat on the Steam Deck, and there was absolutely no compromise to frames or visuals. Now, a common problem a lot of us face when it comes to beating our backlogs is burnout. And I'm not talking about Paradise. Right off the bat, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I don't think burnout can be prevented for a lot of us. The time before we burn out can be prolonged, and there's ways to shorten your burnout, but I think it's an inevitability that there will come a time when you lose motivation to play a certain game, or play games in general. I don't think burnout is a necessarily bad thing, because for me, it gives me time to reflect on the games I have played. Sometimes I lock in too hard and play too many games too quickly, and I don't end up taking in a lot of it until I get to that period of not playing anything and thinking back on my experiences. But of course, burnout isn't ideal a lot of the time, so here's my advice. Be open to taking breaks whenever you need them. Even a day of doing something other than gaming can leave you feeling refreshed and motivated to get back into it. I'll take several days to just watch movies and work on my videos whenever I'm not feeling up to continuing a game, and it works wonders. Now here's one other tip I heard from another backlog completion video. I don't remember exactly which one. If you're not feeling like playing, just boot up the game for 2 minutes. If after 2 minutes you're still not feeling it, you can quit. But it's very probable that after going through the effort of opening it up, you'll want to keep playing, at least for a little bit. This has worked for me very recently actually, when I started to feel unmotivated to play Yakuza 7. I told myself I'll just start it and do one mission or one fight, and I ended up playing for over an hour because I unlocked new mechanics, discovered new new things and got sucked right back into it. Try it, just for 2 minutes. Another thing I'd recommend is to juggle multiple games at once. For me, I like having 2 to 3 games on the back burner, ready to go at any moment. So right now, I'm playing Yakuza 7 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Both pretty different games, so whenever I'm in the mood to switch, I don't feel guilty about it because I'm progressing through both games at an equal pace. This is not strictly Burnout related, but I'm aware that a big reason people struggle to get through their backlog is time management. We're all busy bees out there, so your days may not allow you to sink 9 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles, but here's what I do. If I have a busy day, I'll spend an hour or 2 max before bedtime just winding down by playing. An hour a night is more than enough to comfortably progress and beat games. On to the final segment of my backlog course. And this one is pretty unique, I'd say. Hear me out. Gamify your game backlog. What do I mean by that? Well, I use the site Infinite Backlog, but there's a ton of them you can use. GG, Backlogged, and they're basically sites that allow you to track your game progression. And this does help me because it makes the act of beating games feel more rewarding and fun. Whenever I log that I'm starting a new game or that I've added a new disc to my collection, it feels more fun because it's on this lovely little interface that my friends get to see. I love Infinite Backlog because it is so advanced compared to the other sites I've tested in the past. You've basically got a whole ass Twitter feed dedicated to people talking about what games they're playing, sharing screenshots, trailers. It is like a hub for all things game related. You can also make custom lists for whatever purpose you want. I use lists to track what games I've completed in what year, and I've started using them in another way too. And hear me out with this. Late 2024, I made a list of my top priorities for 2025, games that I will make myself beat before I think about anything else. And having this goal has really motivated me to get started right away, because there's only so many weeks in a year, and I obviously don't want to leave anything too late. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope any of that has been helpful at all, because I've been employing all these tactics and it's been working for me so far. If you have any extra advice for other people, be sure to leave it in the comments section. I'd love to hear what works for you. Anyway, that's all from me. See you.